Yes, welcome back, my good friends. I have been away for quite some time, but now I'm back. So I'm gonna take you through science and technology, that is a great for work. The first strand, that is living things and their environment. So under these living things, they have been divided into two. That is living things and non-living things. In living things, we have examples of living things, that is plants and animals. So first of all, I want us also to make you understand that living things, these are the things that can breathe. So under these living things, that where we have the plants and animals, we have a certain characteristic that makes these plants to be the living things. Number one, plants, they grow. So if you plant a plant, a very young one, after some few months or some years, you will see them, they have grown. So that one, that the plants can grow. Another one is that plants, they respond to change in the environment. How? So some of the plants, if you touch them on their leaves, they get folded. So they respond to change in the environment. Another point is that plants, they reproduce. If you plant a plant, for example, a banana plant, after some years or some after some years, you will see them uh, giving another young plant that also, after some days, after some years, it will grow. So you know that that plant has reproduced. Another characteristic is that plants, they die. So how? So plants, they die this way. So if there is drought, that's lack of water, so plants is likely to wilt and finally will die. That is wilting, and then it will automatically disappears. So it will die. Another characteristic is plants, they remove waste products. How? They remove waste products by shedding their reefs. So they shed their reefs. So that is one way of removing the waste. So another additional uh, information concerning these plants is that plants, they move not by walking from one place to another, but they swing, they move. So wherever there is wind, these plants likely to swing. Another information about plants is just the parts of the plants. So we have the leaves, the stem, and the roots. You know about the fruits, about the flowers that give the seeds. Remember that flowers is the one that gives the seeds. Another thing is about the leaves. Leaves, this is where gas exchange takes place, where food is being manufactured in the process called photosynthesis. So plants, they make their own food and then supply to other parts of the plants. Another thing is this is where the gas exchange takes place. Plants, they give us oxygen gas and they take carbon dioxide. So minus plants. So I don't think that you will breathe, because plants, they give what you call uh, oxygen gas. That is why you see that some of the planet, there is no life because there is no plants. So that is another function of reefs. Another thing that you need also to understand about these reefs, that some of the plants they make they store food in their reefs, like the sukuma wiki, commonly called the cats. We eat the reefs. Another thing that also you need to observe is that these reefs they have a very small thin holes. This is where gases exchange takes place. This is where excess water is being uh, evaporated to the atmosphere. So plants they remove excess water through the process called transpiration. Another thing is the stem. Stem, this is where uh, plants or plants where mineral salts or dissolved salt are being transported to other parts. So the work of the stem is to allow mineral salt from the roots to pass through. Another thing is used for support. So it supports the plant to stand upright. Another important part is the roots. Roots, the function of the roots is to uh, hold hold the plant firmly on the ground, and also it make the plant to be stand upright and very and to hold on this on the what on the soil. Another thing, another very important information is about that plants they have these roots, the fibrous roots and the top roots. Some of the plants they store food in the roots like cassava. Another thing is that another